beautiful, wonderful place where all the world sold their goods. I don't have to draw you a picture of that, well, do it. Well, I guess for somebody I did. But it says that all the merchants in the world are going to cry, where are we going to sell them our goods? How are we going to sell them our goods? For this wonderful, beautiful place was suddenly destroyed. But he cried, the angel came down and said, and took up a millstone and cast it into the sea and said, this is how it will happen. He said, come out of there, my people. Come out of there. Come out of there before this happens. That you be not partakers of the destruction and the wrath that's coming up on this certain place. I sat and pondered on that many times. Many times. How in the world are everyone going to get out of that place before destruction? Well, I wish I could tell you today and say, this is how it's going to happen. I think I know, but I believe that chapter 7 of Revelation tells us. Now, I believe this place that I'm talking about contains the house of Israel and the house of Judah. I believe that. I don't think it contains the house of Manasseh, but it contains the house of Ephraim, which is the house of Joseph. And I believe chapter 7 tells us that there are four, 1, 2, 3, 4 winds, spirits, angels, what have you, that are on the four corners of the earth ready to destroy the vegetation, the sea, everything. But here comes this other one, crying. The two witnesses, or the two that are contained in the two witnesses. Don't destroy them. Don't destroy it. No, don't stop. Don't do it yet. Until we, the two olive trees of Zechariah chapter 4, who all of the oil comes out of the two olive trees unto the earth. If you can't figure out what the oil is, I'm sorry. I'll take it. It's the Holy Spirit. Until we don't destroy, until we have sealed the servants of Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yahweh, however you pronounce, until we have sealed them in their forehead. Chapter 14 tells us how the first set of 144,000 were sealed. The first fruits says they were sealed with the Father's name in their forehead. So it says, don't destroy until we have sealed 144,000 of the tribes of Israel. And we're going to seal 100, we're going to seal 12,000 of Reuben, 12,000 of Simeon, 12,000 of Levi, 12,000 of Judah, and on, 12,000, with the exception of the tribe of Dan. But we're going to put 12,000 of Manasseh in there in place of them. And there'll be 144,000 sealed. I really wish people was able to read the scriptures the way they're supposed to be written. That covers Revelation chapter 7, verse 1 through 8. At the beginning of verse 9, there should be another chapter. It's a different subject. For he says this, after this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man can number. A different group of people at a different time. Who are all these? Said. These are they which came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. When? At the opening of the fifth seal. In chapter 6. You read this book through, you read it straight through. If you're not able, and it takes, the Spirit is able to show you these things. If you don't have the Spirit living within you, you have a problem seeing and understanding these things. I understand that. And I pray for you every day. Right now, we are a part of this. We don't need any great barns. What we need is the Spirit. We need it flowing through here. And it won't happen as long as some of you are sitting there with your feet stuck in the ground. Grab the hold of your belief and refuse to give yourself over to the Spirit. I love every one of you, and there's some of you that come every time we open the door, and you're very important to me. You really are. And I pray that you will be able to get these things. But the first thing has to happen. You've got to have that infilling of the Holy Spirit. And it's not going to happen any differently to you than what had happened to the people on the day of Pentecost, the people in the 10th chapter of Acts, the people in the 8th chapter of Acts. All of these people, the Jews, the Greeks that were brought in, It's not going to happen any different to you. Yahshua told us you must be born again. If you're born again of the Spirit, he said, let me, now remember, he always spoke in parables. Genesis chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 6, down until he got to the point of telling us about some of the lives of some of the people. It was all parables. And when he came here in the flesh, he spoke to us in parables. And he said, look out there. You see them trees out there? You hear the wind blowing through them, don't you? See, that's the sign of the Holy Spirit. You hear it. You see it. You see them trees being swayed. You cannot see that spirit. You cannot see that wind. He said, so is everyone. 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 Buddy, Gary, Rebecca.